Snipe help, hope you're all okay. Today I'm going to show you how to do this really cute felt rose, and I've actually made it into a brooch, so it is not so much practical but wearable and usable. So the first thing you're going to need is felt of your choice. Because I'm doing some roses, I'm using red. Then you'll need a circular object. I'm just using this ramekin, and I'm just drawing around to get a rough shape. It won't show up very well in this because I've used a erasable pen. Then I'm just going to cut out the circle, and I would advise investing in some fabric only scissors if you're going to be using a lot of fabric, because it does help with your cutting. Once you have your circle cut out, you just need to cut it into a spiral as I'm doing now. If you would feel more comfortable, of course you could draw the spiral pattern first, but I find it easy enough to just freehand it. Once you get in towards the centre of this circle, I like to leave a little flat area, as you can see here, and that's what I'm going to stick the rolled flower onto. But you should be left with this weird snaky type shape, and what I like to do is just trim off any rough edges, any real lumpy ones, and then just snip off the tail of the snake, I suppose, just to give it more uniform and ease for rolling. Please excuse my chipped fingernails, but what I'm going to do now is just start to roll it. So just slowly rolling down the length of the snake. And I like to keep a thumb or finger on the bottom as I'm rolling, just to keep the base flat. And as you can see, I'm just going to continue to roll, and it starts forming a tight spiral, which is what is the start of your rose. And as you can see, it's nice and flat on the back, which makes sticking it down easier. So just continuing to roll, which is what forms your flower or your bud, depending on the size you're doing. So once I get to the end, I like to apply some hot glue just to the round flat area that left in the centre of the spiral. For some reason my glue gun did not want to work, but I will pop some glue there and just stick it down to adhere it. Then on some green felt, I'm just going to draw and cut out some leaves. So with my air soluble pen, I'm just creating a rough leaf shape that I want. And then just cutting it out quickly. And once I have cut my basic leaf shape out, I just like to trim around the edges to get the shape exactly how I'd like it. And then using that first leaf as a template, I'm just going to cut a second one out. Now that I finally have my glue gun working, I'm just going to attach this rose to its little central nub, if you will. Just remove any of the stringy bits from the hot glue. Then I'm just going to flip it over, And then with hot glue again, I'm just going to attach these leaves to the back. And please be careful if you're using the hot glue. I have burnt myself many times with it. Also, try not to get it on your table. It's never a good idea, really. And those pen marks that you can see, because I used an air soluble pen, they will disappear by the morning. Just doing a little bit of cleanup. Now to take it from being just a cute felt flower, I'm just going to hot glue this brooch fixture or backing onto it. Once again with some hot glue. You could sew this on if you had done it before you adhered your rose to its bottom nub, but I prefer doing it this way, even if it is a little more messy sometimes. So I'm just going to gently push that down into the hot glue, and I like to leave the pin out whilst it dries just so it doesn't get stuck together. But that is how it will look. And because I am completely obsessed with buttons, I'm just going to hot glue a cute little green button onto one of the leaves just to finish it off. Because one, I love buttons, and I just felt that this brooch needed a little something extra. So that is the finished product. I hope you give it a go because it's really easy to do.